Seniac loves the world. Also a Seniac destroys the ocean wildlife. Seniac, this land is beautiful. David Attenborough. The world's species is slowly disappearing, mostly fish, due to the city-state of Fishtown. Seniac, reclaiming land from the ocean? Ocean, why you bully me? Fishtown exists. News! Fish has suddenly disappeared from every water source on the planet. Seniac Episode 1. We are going to try and preserve this natural beauty of this place as much as possible. Seniac Episode 5. Trades, reclaimed land, polluted fish processing plants, and concrete. Listen guys, you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelette, right? Am I right guys? Guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishtown. Here in City Skylines, well, while we do destroy some beauty, we have to realise what it's all for. Money. That's what it's all for, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Fishtown, guys. If you enjoyed the series, please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new in here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video and you are notified when the next one comes out. Last episode, we built our fishing dock right now, which is looking pretty damn good if you ask me. It's the huge letter E. A lot of these guys complain that there's not enough buys for the fish, but we're going to leave the expansions of the industry for some time right now as we progress on the city and the natural surroundings and all that kind of jazz. Before the industry before the city catches up with the industry, if I put it correctly, if you know what I mean, before we expand some more. We've got a little cargo plant here right now, which is kind of our way to kind of reduce the amount of traffic going down to here, which kind of is working. It kind of is working, because when we do build over here, all this is going to drive straight to the dock, so as much as I can reduce it, the more flow we'll have for the traffic over here at some point, which is pretty good. Now, what are we doing today? Well, I've been thinking, because you know, I said eventually we'll have set up the highway and the train tracks kind of island hopping, coming all the way along down over to here. I was thinking, like, I kind of need to do that sooner rather than later, because if I keep building as I am and we continue to push up eventually to where over here, if I keep building here before I bring the road over, then I don't know what kind of space I'm going to have left, if that makes sense. So I think it's best if I build the road in first and then get it how I exactly want it to kind of be. Then I can then build around that rather than the other way around. So I know exactly how much space I got left. I can handle the traffic a little bit easier before anything else progresses. So I'm going to say it. I'm probably going to regret it. It's going to be expensive. But guys, I'm going to try and get a road connection. We'll leave the train for another time, but we'll just get the road connection in for now. How great this is going to be, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm more worried about the fact that how expensive it is going to buy all the tiles to get over there. But it's something that we got to do if we want this to work. So we're going to leave some of the issues for now. There's loads of issues. We're making a lot of money right now. The industry, 16,000 a week coming in. That's a lot of money. So we're going to now then buy some tiles. So we're going to buy all the ones over in this direction that are linking up to, I'm gonna have to buy this one. It's expensive. It's expensive right now. Right, buy you 44,000. What? Buy you 47,000. What? Okay, we'll buy just these where the islands are, and I've got to buy this last one. 52,000. Oh my good god. Right, let's go take a look at them. We've got to navigate the borders, but you can just about see there's a road connection there, and there is a train track connection as well. I'm not quite sure what type of road it is. I think it's like a 4-lane highway, which I don't know whether that's going to be a bit too much, whether I stick to a single lane highway. I don't know. I think we'll keep it to a 4-laner. We'll see how it goes. But how it's going to work is we're going to bridge it up and we're going to island hop it basically all the way through. And then when it gets to over this point here, we're going to have to create a really good interchange. Now, what I'm thinking of about this highway is, guys, it comes down And we'll probably stick it to the 4-laner. I think that's a good way to go. And then we'll split it into a 2-laner. So here, we'll split it into 2. So a lane goes off to a big roundabout area or something like that. Then the middle lanes will continue. And we'll make them go underground. So we can eventually build a big tunnel that will eventually pop back up somewhere over in the industrial side. That way, we can make sure that the industrial traffic, if it does want to leave and exit the region, it doesn't have to bypass through the whole of our capital city and straight through, if that makes sense. I know it's going to be expensive. I completely understand. I know that. But you got to do what you got to do. You got to get these infrastructures in place. Otherwise, the city will crumble right in front of us. Oh, dear God. Okay, right. So we got enough money now to buy this. Boom. There we go. And let's now actually take a look at what's going down. So is it a 4-laner? No, it's a single. Okay. So what would it be like to upgrade it to a 4-laner? I mean, let's kind of... It's out of city limits. So if I just quickly pause. And how do I select it to delete it? It's as simple as that, isn't it? Yeah. And then we kind of replace it back in like that. Yeah. Guys. Yeah. You're going to work, right? You're going to work, right, guys? I think I need to change it then. We'll change it to a single lane. Oh, not like that. Not like that. Hold on. We'll get it right. We'll get it right in just a moment, guys. There we go. Because this is so far out of the way, it doesn't really bother us. Or do you know what? I'm trying to think. We could actually make it merge into a 4-laner when it gets a little bit closer. Couldn't I? Because it is such a wide road. It is such a wide road. So I don't think there was any need for me to kind of do what I just did. To be honest with you. We'll delete it back anyway because I need to elevate it. Right, so let's just get it naturally elevated. And we'll go up to about... Right, should we go 15? Okay, we'll bring it up by 15. And this is where we're now going to try. And do I select it as... We'll follow the ground, but as the bridge. And how should I wind it? So if I had it go up to here, not enough money. Oh my God, this is going to be so expensive. So when I place stuff down, I got to be like so sure that this is where it's going to go. So I just kind of have that go to there. And then bent. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right, if I have that go straight across here. That's 8,600. Wait, what's going on? Hold on. Pause. That's not going the way I want it to go. What is going on with this? Is it because of the angle? Right, I think what I'll do is I'll go across like this. It's the wrong road. We'll go across there. And how much is this going to be to kind of create a connection like that? 15,000. Oh my God. So if I do it in stages, then we'll just kind of like connect them up like that then. Oh, I am in pause mode. So let me fast forward then so I can get actually some money coming in. Where am I at with my loans? So I can take this loan back out. I'm going to take the $200,000 loan out right now to build a freaking highway. Right, so if I go... Right, where's the next one? The next one's kind of going in that direction. So if I went like there to there, right? And if we chose, where's the connection point? So 14 by 14. Why does that not bend? Did I have the wrong one on? Or is it, I think it's because I've got it in bridge mode, haven't I? Yeah, I don't think you can actually bend a bridge. That makes sense now why it didn't work. So if I just kind of go back there. And where does the snapping happen? Right, we're going to have to make this one up ourselves then. Oh no, that works like that. Right, so this is something that we're not really normally going to see. We're just going to really see it from a distance. So if I just every so often, or if I can, build the extension across like that. And this is going to be the fun one. Right, we'll get to there. Then we'll go to... Is that a lighthouse there? Oh, no way. That's kind of... Did somebody used to live on this island? And now we're tearing through it with a freaking highway? Probably. Okay, right. So that... There. Okay, right. Now we're over here. So back to normal. Oh, that's quite a little bit... It's quite close, isn't it? Right, if I did it back by 1. I'll get the thingy off. There we go. So we can create an actual turn on that. Look at this. This is going to be freaking glorious, this highway connection. Okay. So that happens about there. There we go. When we got a bit of time, we'll kind of like update it correctly and make it all flow perfect. But I think I'll go back and pause now. I think we're making more money than what we're spending right now. So this is going pretty well. There we go for that connection. And let's get back to the bridges then. So we'll go from here to there. This one's going to destroy a couple of rocks by the looks of it. So to there. We're going to go. So from there to there. We'll then go there to there. And let's get these guys now all connected. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Like that. Now this one's going to be a little bit funky. It just spirals around. There we go. That's a better connection. To bend it round. So it winds through. Oh, we're missing this bit here. It winds through wonderfully, and when I've got more time, I think I'll do this off camera. I'll just get all the angles and everything all correct and sorted together so it just looks a little bit better. But it's going to ultimately come in to over here where we need to sort out a little connection. So let's just say from the way it's going right now, if that continued to go up this way, that is the line of the road. Right? But obviously that's not how it's going to work, because we're going to have a bit where it's going to bend and then go straight. So if I picked, say, this here as the straight bit, right? Which means I need to get the actual highway here in sync with it. So bridge it up, and it's by 15. So if I go there, and then take it across to just there, where this is now somehow gonna bend round for us. And if I just upgrade Do you reckon I should move this road back a bit? Because the way I'm looking at it right now, it's not quite in line with this island, and that's kind of how I want it to. So if I just kind of brought that to there. Alright, delete this. There we go. And let's try that one again. So if I brought that to here. I can actually take it all the way quite over, to be honest with you. And then delete that to there. Right, there we go. So we'll just throw that down for now, and that's how it's going to be. Imagine driving across this bridge to get to FishTown. That would be so freaking glorious. The views that you would see right now would be amazing as well. So that comes over to there, and let me just kind of sort out this road. So I just realized that's elevated into the sky. It's going to be upgraded from this road, so it means I'm going to have to move a couple of these buildings right now real quick. Right, okay, I'm just going to throw them here for now. Just so I can upgrade this road. Because we're going to continue with this flow. So with the trees. Right, up to there. Is that elevated? Is that... It's hard to see, but does the... Yeah, the ground goes gradually quite up there. I just realised that. Okay. Okay. And then if I upgraded that to be this just for now. Oh my god, yeah, it's a huge... I've just realised it's actually like a little mountain here, isn't it? I didn't realise that. Okay, but let me just kind of connect these guys up real quick. Come up a little bit more. Little bend there. Alright, now if that's how we're going to go with it, look at the mountain that we got here. That's crazy in itself, isn't it? So what I'm going to do then, because we've got money. Well, I say we've got money. Let me put it back into play mode now. We'll go actual just normal play mode, and we'll select, or not the trees. We'll select the road, and we'll get the road to. Let me see what it's like if I angle it first. As it tears through there, which I think is probably the way I'm going to go about doing it. If I then choose to... Should we smoothen it first or flatten it? Because there's a lot of terrain, isn't there? And it's a lot of trees we've got to move at the same time. I think if I pick there... And just smoothing it all off real quick. Because I think that's the best way to do it. Because what I want to do, it's not going to work with a huge bump like that. I want the island quite flat. So it does gradually go up to here, and that's going to connect there. So, right, this is where it now all changes then. So, I'm thinking that I integrate the roundabout. Right, if I did it here, if I did it about there or here. Right, let me try and attempt it just here then for a second. So if I just come off there with a road, and then we get the roundabout mod, and it's gonna be the. It's gonna be the. Should we just go for a normal highway or a 2-lane? Let's go for a 2-lane highway. And let's see what oh, that's 10. Not 10, sorry. 100 is that. I feel like that would be a good size, so let's just roll with that for a second. And that's our 2-lane highway, which would work, should work pretty well. So it's just like on the bend, which is pretty good. So this would kind of pass over it and come down a little bit. And that's where it needs to kind of maybe turn into a 4-laner. And if I Right, delete that to there so I can follow the line. Delete that as well. Okay. So, while continuing the bridge, I'm going to bring it to there. And let's say I continued the bridge to there. And then we just get these connected. Like that. That passes over. I just realised it's not passed over. Right, let me quickly select the highway. I kind of forget, like, you know, when I change it from a bridge to something else, it doesn't all follow the same height and whatnot. Let me set the bit of the highway as well. I'll put it the same height. Whoa, what's going on? Put it the same height. Whoa, what is going on? Oh yeah, because we're slightly in a mountain, aren't we? Right, so I do have to elevate it. It's so hard to tell because of the tree line. Right, if I bring it to there, which then does mean that if I select you back to here, we have to angle that elevation back to there and to there, so it has a gradual rise up, which is quite cool. And then now I have a gradual rise down. Right, sweet, sweet, sweet. So yeah, like I said then, the 4-lane road situation. The 4-lane road situation. So I could incorporate it, and I just want to. I want to see what it looks like first before I do this. So if I added it in, right, I can't go there. It would have to go here, because then I can do the outer lane on both sides is the slip road that joins the roundabout. Does that make sense? And that's how it would work, right? And then I'll need it to do the same here, but then I'll believe it or not, I want to make it go underground. So if I did that just here. How's that what connects? Right, if I go back, it's difficult because that whole section's a bridge, isn't it? Not like that, and then I'm sure I can do something like this. I can kind of go like that, and then no, it upgrades the whole thing. Oh, okay, I do it like this. There we go. Like that. But then I can make the slip road connect to that from there. So that's how that would kind of work. It's a little bit further down that way, isn't it? So maybe rather than do that, there's so many decisions I've got to make, isn't there? Did you decide you just don't want to connect at this point? There we go. Right, we'll do it there then. So it's almost like an equal distance. Almost from joining up there, which is then why this, I don't know how I feel about it. Stays as a 4-lane road going all the way out, and I think as I've got the money, is it free to do this, by the way? No, it's not. So when I've got more and more money coming in, we'll slowly upgrade the whole of the, you know, the highway. And at the bends, we get rid of the where the thing doesn't quite hang correctly. We'll get rid of the the bridge format and turn it to a normal road. But let that continue, because I've got more road coming in right now, which can cost me more money to kind of utilize. But believe it or not, we're actually now connected up. Funnily enough, so we might actually see vehicles now coming over from over here. But I see how that goes anyway. So we're now officially connected. But still not fully the way I want it to be. Right? Still not fully the way I want it to be. So I'll sort out that in just a moment. It's when we get to here, which I need to upgrade that to being on the ground. And that... where is it? This one. I want to get rid of the... there we go. I want to get rid of the the bridge effect just on these parts. We'll see how that goes. So I need to kind of then manipulate it to go underground, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to think what the best way to do that would be. So, oh, I could maybe. Now that would require me doing a 6-lane version, and that wouldn't work. I kind of have an idea, but I don't know how much it's going to work. I just want to see if vehicles are on their way over yet. Maybe if I fast forward. We should see vehicles. We should see vehicles arriving at some point, or at least attempting to drive out of here. See a lot of vehicles coming up still. Are they going? Oh, are these official? There we go. Vehicles are now officially driving straight out of here. Right, we just got one vehicle on the go. Has it stopped? Where'd it go? I'm hoping I've got that outside connection right. Because sometimes it takes a while to kind of like update. But let me pause. Delete it and we'll add it back in properly. Right. So there's the connection. That looks a bit more solid, doesn't it? That connection. Then the last one. We just gotta hope it works. If it don't work, it could literally... Let me get rid of this roundabout mod. It could literally be the type of road that it is. But I'm sure I've seen... I'm sure I've used this type of road for outside connections before in the past. If that don't work, we'll switch it up. There we go. There's a vehicle now actually exiting. Are you fully leaving the region? Yeah, he's fully leaving the region. So that's a good sign. That's a real good sign. So we now know it works. I need to get out of this view. Ah, there we go. The vehicle's just come in. Right, okay. We know it works. So I can sleep easy at night. Right, okay. Good. Right, good stuff. Okay, I've got an idea for this. And I'm probably going to need a little bit more money coming in before I can attempt it. But how I could do it is, when it all splits up to there, at this point, I could make a single lane go underneath, but then this is also 2 lanes. A single lane go underneath. But that's coming straight in and out of... And it could still be utilised by the roundabout. I've got it all in my head how it's going to work. And, okay, I think I've got enough money now to play around with it. Right. Actually, we'll let these vehicles pass by. Because they're all exporting goods. And we'll try now then. So, if I delete there, and there. Okay. And then if I create from this here. That single lane road. And I think if I delete there. I think if I bring it out by another 10. I then make it go underground by, let's go by 15. And let's push it forward a little bit. Oh, how does that look? Okay, that looks all good. That looks all good. That looks all good. And... Right, and then if I bring it back up to Earth. Where are we at now? 0, nice. And then if I try to run... I'm going to try and get as close as possible. There. If I bring that to there. If I do a similar thing just here. On this side, but obviously flip this one around. I can then... Right, bring this all back on. Connect that to there and to there. Now, it's quite mental, that bit. So what we do is, with the Move It tool... Close that in as much as... Oh, that one's not even connected. Close that in like that. push that one in as well. And obviously we'll set it up with the lane management where that, oh hang on, wrong one, it's over here. That goes to there only, that goes to there only, because that there is going underground, which will hopefully go straight to the industrial area. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. We'll see how it flies anyway. It could be a complete disaster, to be honest with you. It could be a complete disaster, and I'm hoping that then will link up to there. But we do have that extra bit of we have that extra bit of lane road, don't we? Now, what would be the best option for us to play around with that to get that connected up? Because we got that extra lane where it splits into two. Really? That's the tough part. That is the tough part. So is there a way that if they're coming back, they could go a different route to maybe connect up? This is the bit where I'm really struggling now with my idea. But if I come out just to here, guys, and if I do connect that up to there and that up to there, it's, again, this will not be the finished product. This will not be the finished product, but you kind of get the idea that I'm trying to work with. Because it makes sense to do something like this, but it's also going to require me playing about with more ideas. Now, if I flip that up into a two-laner, now it's getting a little bit different. Push that out that way, push that out that way. And what if I upgraded these to a two-laner? This makes this whole little section here a bit mental, a bit crazy, to be honest with you. But this could be a really nice little feature. So that was pretty straight. It's then what do I do with this? Oh, I actually have an idea. I actually do have an idea. And it could bypass that whole thingy. So if that... Oh, I'm on the wrong section. If that went there, and that went there... Right. This might not work, and this is now literally me combining one too many things. This is literally now me combining one too many roads for it to work. But if you don't attempt it, you don't know if it's going to work. This will go that way. That goes there. So if you're in that outer lane, you're going to bypass this whole little section to go straight to the roundabout. Even though we're going to have a connection coming off as well. Or, at this point, I don't need to, do I? I low-key don't need to have a connection, because the connection happens there. But then again, these guys coming out here might want to turn off. Yeah, actually, I will keep it. I will keep it. Does make sense. So that's how that would work. So I can now go back into play mode. Let me just sort this out here. There to there, there to there. So that highway will eventually go, again, like I said, it'll follow it around and kind of spit out here somewhere as a way for the trucks to bypass all these lanes, because you can see already as they're trying to come through, there's buses and whatnot. When this area is more populated, the trucks from the fishing industry are going to take a long time to get through. So this way we can bypass it. So then if I create quite... Oh, actually, how close do I want it? Right, if I go here, if I go there by 10, if I go there by 10, how's that? That one's a little bit more over than the other one. Oh, I move a tree then. I didn't mean to move a tree. Like that. That'll be the road that we kind of play into right now from this angle. So as that comes up there, that goes down there, right? And then we're going to want, and we'll use the move it tool to push it over. I'm hoping this will now work. So we just kind of push it in a little bit. And then push that right over. Whereas we have then that secondary road that goes that way and that way. Connect that in. Let's see how this works. And it's all about then this. Yeah. Right, it could work. Flip that round. It's going to take a lot of moving it, isn't it? There. Bow that out slightly. Let's try and bring it in a bit. Let's try and get these going in like a certain way. Right, funnels up it differently, doesn't it? Bring that in a bit more. Bring that out. We get to here, which will swing it out a bit more. Swing that in. Okay. Now, that is quite a dramatic incline, isn't it? It is. I've just noticed that. So if I get rid of the move it tool now. What's going on? There we go. Sorted this out. And I do it myself. Yeah, bring it up. Right, push it out a bit more so it feeds in with the bend. There we go. Is that not weird or what? A part of me loves it, and a part of me is like, Seniac, this looks mental. So, right, let's get this now quickly connected. So it's our way. I'll do this as well. It's our way of hooking up the island to this and also bypassing it all at the same time. And everywhere's got their lane, so we're doing all the lane management perfect as well. So nobody's crossing or tripping over themselves. So basically how it works is, if you're coming from the city, from the normal road here, you would split there, which obviously you're choosing your lane. You can either go straight onto the highway to bypass the whole roundabout and go straight over, or you turn off here, which merges onto this road, which connects with the roundabout. Now you're thinking, why wouldn't you just come down here and then turn off? Right, which we should have there. We would do the lane management as well. But how that works is, for this one, you can do that. It is possible if you want to. But it's mainly set up like this as a little turn off, because the guys coming out of the tunnel here from the underground, they can't turn off here. Which is why we got the traffic free flowing. So it gives them the option to merge lane to kind of leave that area if they want to. It's entirely up to them. They don't have to. We'll just kind of see how that kind of flows and goes. And vice versa works the opposite way as well. So then if I got this, which I'm thinking that this now needs to be a highway roundabout. So let's maybe upgrade it. Probably not. Oh, hang on. I've done the... It's in the air, isn't it? Oh, let me... Okay, I can't undo. That's okay. Which one is it? It's this one. So, it's a 2 merged into a 3. You probably would think maybe do a 4. But it's not really going to work like that everywhere else. But we'll just go... We don't know how bad it's going to be, this traffic. So, until stuff happens, we'll just kind of go like this, and then we'll play around with it. Why is that in the air? We'll adjust it like in the future as time goes on. Now we're underground apparently. What road am I doing? It's this road. I'm trying to figure out what road I'm trying to go for here. Right, go there. Which decides it wants to be in the air, but that's entirely up to you. We'll fix that in just a moment. Right, let's bend these in. So look a little bit more natural. So it's quite a... It looks like a squid, doesn't it? We can call this the squid junction. If you think about it, right? You can look at it two ends. That could either be the head and these are the tentacles wiggling, or that's the head and all the tentacles wiggling there. I don't know. But we're going to class this as our little squid junction. It flows quite wonderfully for all the vehicles coming in. I don't know... Well, that vehicle there is pretty slow. I don't know... Oh, is there a speed limit here? Right, if I put no limit... I don't know if there is a speed limit there in this little section. You can't really add one in. But I've chosen no limit anyway. Just see what happens. Anyway. Right, there we go. No, some of them drive through pretty quick. Wait, wait, you can't go down there, can you? There was a vehicle that did go down there. Right, anyway, lane management. So you don't put any lane management here because obviously if you're in the blue lane there, and if you're stuck in that lane, you're going to be going straight down, but it gives them time to switch just here anyway. Right, good stuff. Normal play mode. So we're calling this the squid junction or octopus junction. I'll let you guys decide which one we go for, but that's quite cool, isn't it? I like it. So now we're going to connect it up to here. And we can do a single lane for that as well because it's merging into a 4-laner. So if I just kind of go to there, no, actually if I go that way there, that way there, are they? Yeah, they're similar. So then if I bring that up to there, that down to there real quick, and just flip them around to go in the right direction. So let's switch that. Right, what we got to do then is bring... Actually, if I bring that out, and that slightly out, and then just not make this as harsh as a turn, that works. And then... Do I go out from there? How's that look? Right, we'll try that. If I go from there and then bend that. Go in. And bend that. See, we can definitely call this the squid or octopus junction. With the amount of roads, of how bendly and wiggly they look. And it fits in perfectly with the theme of the town and whatnot. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So it does elevate slightly there. Now, I think that's because the roundabout's slightly elevated or something like that. But we'll go with it. We'll go with it right now. But I do need to spend a lot of time on just kind of adjusting this stuff. And whatnot. I do. But I'll do that off camera anyway because it's quite a big job and whatnot. Right, let's get out of underground view. We need to go back into it in a minute, but I just want to delete some of the trees. I'll keep some of them, but some of the big ones here are going to go. So yeah, now we got that set up then. We are going to get a lot of traffic in here without a doubt. We've got a roundabout here as well, perfectly. Because what the roundabout's for is for if we have a road going and connecting over to this way. And this also creates a little junction turn off for people around here. Rather than going down as far as they, do or whatever and whatnot. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And if this doesn't turn out to be a good idea, what I can do is, if I go tunnel mode, what I can do is, as it sticks out there, I could maybe have it stick out up here a little bit further. So it bypasses all of this altogether and we can have a straight road that goes over. It just depends on how much traffic it causes, because you can get the odd vehicle that wants to pop out here, turn off, go around the roundabout to go in that direction or this direction and whatnot. So it is that option for it to bypass it and do it, but we'll see how it goes. But that road in general anyway, guys, is going to continue to go underground. We'll have no turn-offs here. It's going to be pretty much a straight road direct to the industry. So the industry can bypass all of our town and reduce the pollution and whatnot. So we'll see how that goes. But it's quite glorious, isn't it? It's quite the connection, if you ask me, guys. It is quite the connection. I'm quite impressed with it already. And we'll just see how that kind of feeds off our whole area. Where it's going to stick out, I don't know. That is my next headache I've got to try and deal with. That will be my next headache. But if I do turn this into a roundabout, we could maybe sharpen this bay or kind of clip a bit out and have it connect off the roundabout. That might be a good idea as well. Just kind of see how that goes as well. There's so many questions, so many answers, so many possibilities with FishTown right now. But we officially have the road connection, and all it's really driving in and out is literally trucks exporting. So where does that put our money? I can now pay back the loans, which is probably a good idea. I think I'll pay back... We'll pay back the big one, because it costs us more a week to run on that. I can actually pay back all of them. Okay, we're now debt-free. The industry's making 20,000, and all that's simply gone up by an extra 21,000. It's gone up 5,000 a week. It's from the ability to now export. So as I've got more and more money, we'll continue the 4-lane road expansion, going all the way up. And how's it looking over here? We're not really meant to be able to see the edges of the region, but you can kind of see how it works anyway. Vehicles go out, we're exporting, we're making money. So that is the world's longest road right now, leading into FishTown. We've got to utilize some islands and whatnot as well. Eventually, I think we should like dedicate a separate island just for garbage. Do you think that would be a good idea to kind of have all of our garbage needs separated? I think so. Maybe like get this island and slightly expand a little bit and make it more friendly for garbage or whatnot. We got that little section over there, that little barrier there. And got to think of airports eventually in the future too. So much possibilities. But the main thing is we have an outside connection via road. It's perfect. And how weird this is, I know it's weird. I know it's freaking weird, but that'll be the other fun about this, is getting this all connected. The more I think about it as well. Let me go to the lane management as well. This here, I could have made it at this point split into 2, and that could have, so they didn't have to connect to that part there, but we'll just see how it goes. The small amount of traffic that we do have right now works. That flows. So we'll just see. It's just one of those things, we will just see, but it kind of does work. We'll see how long it does last though. So now I'm getting some residential and some commercial demands coming back in, so we can do some more expansions. Now that I've got that road connection in, I've got to think about the best method to connect it up down here. We'll get it added in as well, and then we'll start watching the commercial vehicles take that underground tunnel route, because it will be a lot quicker than just going down all these roads, thus meaning it frees up all of our area, and then we can really see where we stand with traffic. We've got to sort this out as well. This is a huge headache. A huge headache. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode then. If you did, smash that like button down below. We've spent a lot of money to get this highway connection set up. It's still not finished. But wow, at some point we got to get the trains coming in too. I think once the trains kind of hit one of these islands close by, we'll make it go completely underground. And that'll be the same kind of method as well. Like it'll go straight direct down to here, probably connect straight up to there and whatnot. But I don't know where else it would go in the area. We'll just kind of see. But damn, this is pretty cool. So if you guys did enjoy this, if you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.